gonna smoke. I feel like ass today, and I don't have the energy, so we're gonna do something special, Ponyboy.
Okay.
We're gonna have you do the intro while I drink this cough syrup.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pristine pleasure as your champion, your prediction champion,
Oh
to
God!
present to you Mr. Tommy Guns, who is sick, who doesn't like to take. Oh, you big baby! It's not that bad.
No, it's the great value shit that just tastes horrible. Oh, that's the stuff they have at the dollar store. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's even worse than regular.
You're better off. You're better off just doing a shot of Malort, bro.
Oh, I might do that later. I just.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your weekly episodic wrestling podcast, Tables, Ladders, and Chatter. Again, I am one of two hosts. I am the predictions champ, the reigning predictions champion. Thank you very much. And to my, that would be my right. He's my little left-right guy right over there. I'm pointing at him. That's your former. That's your former piece of shit predictions champion, Mr. Guns. Dude, you're kind of looking like Chuck Palumbo and Billy Guns had a baby with Seth Rollins, man. You got you got the blonde hair with the Seth Rollins face. I love it.
It's 35 time going through my midlife. Figured I'd dye my hair. No, I always just think it's funny to dye my hair. People think I take it so seriously.
You know what? It's funny. People asked me if I was going to do Santa Claus this year, and I don't think I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to let the beard grow out a little bit longer. You know, give it a full year of
hair too.
Dude, you remember how short it got? Holy hell!
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, Mr. Guns, everybody who came out while Mr. Guns was in town, we're going to do things a little bit different tonight. Thank you, everybody who came out. Thank you, everybody, once again, for joining us at Industry Tap House. Mr. Guns was not there, but Mr. Guns and Mama Guns went to their first Rocket Pro Wrestling show ever. Now, everybody has heard me preach about Rocket Pro Wrestling, the famous RPW out of Joliet, Illinois. Every month they have their event at St. Joe's Park. You can find them on all social medias. I preach about them. They are absolutely amazing. Mr. Guns, how was your first Rocket Pro Wrestling show?
I had so much fun. The dudes were awesome. We know that Mama Guns has trouble getting around and all that stuff. You had three buff men helping her out, offering her chairs, getting her to the top of the bleachers, calling her Mama Guns. And then when the show started, holy hell, it was a mixed gender match, the first one. I'm sorry, I'm still getting to know the names and all that, but it was a mixed gender match. And holy crap, that just brought the roof down. Of course, they ended it with the casket match, or what do they call the hearse match?
Yeah, it was a hearse match. Last ride, yeah.
That was extreme. I got some videos of that too, but I mean everything. It was layered right. It had its peaks and valleys perfectly. It made me want to come back again just to see the Harvest Havoc. Should I bring that up right now?
Yeah, you want to know what? Let's fire that up. We're gonna start something new tonight. So as I've stated, Rocket Pro Wrestling and Tables, Ladders, and Chatter are we're the hometown, and they have been nothing but gracious to us, and they take care of us, and we want to take care of them. So like I said, their next showing, November 8th, 2025 at St. Joe's Park. We're still figuring this out, but Harvest Havoc, it is a 5-way ladder match, and honestly, all of this match will be to the stacked. Top. Rocket, yes, that is basically their money in the bank. It is such a great company. They put on great events. I'm so glad Tom and Mama Guns got to see it. Unfortunately, Mama didn't get to see any big sweaty dick. I heard about that. I was not there.
You did say something about dick.
Again, to
Maxo gave her a free autograph.
Oh, who did?
Maxo.
Oh, good Lord. But
Yeah.
no, November 8th, we're going to post more of it on the podcast, on the podcast Facebook page, November 8th. Stay tuned for that with more match listings. All right. I want to talk to you about it. I really want to talk to you about it.
All right.
Perth, we had the Perth weekend. We had Crown Jewel. Overall, but before we get into Perth, I want to go out to WWE because the massive match that happened, it was the end of every childhood, end of an era, end of anything that we watched growing up in the 90s.
The penultimate.
The Dudleys and Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did you watch the match? Have you seen the match?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
the whole Bound for Glory side. That's not what anybody wanted. Once that final table match was booked, that's the only thing anybody wanted.
Yeah.
Your opinions on it? What was your thoughts?
It wasn't the best one they ever had, but like age and everything plays into it. It was fun. It was nostalgic. It really just kind of brought everything together to an ending. Like it was a final good hurrah farewell to the two teams. Yeah. Well, the Hardys aren't retiring, but for the Dudleys and all that kind of stuff. Do I think this is exactly their last match? Now, you know why? Because we've seen it before with them. I still think they got, if Edge comes back like rumor is, Christian's probably going to stay in AEW, but I could see that happening sometime in the future, but it's just going to be an old mess.
my argument there is I don't think Devon has already said he's done.
Well, he's super injured. Like I'm surprised he did that match.
Let's look at the biggest thing out of that match is at the end of it, they took their boots off and they gave. If anybody does not know what that means, you go to collegiate wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling, pro wrestling. When a wrestler, him and or her, leave their boots or shoes in the middle of the ring, that is the end of a career. You've seen it with Hunter. You have seen it now with the Dudleys. I don't think
with Undertaker, but he came back.
Well, Undertaker, yep. Undertaker did it with the coat and the hat.
Yeah.
I truly believe this is it for the Dudleys. I believe the Hardys are on their last run. We're going to talk about the Edge thing in a little while. I haven't forgotten about that one. Overall, the match was exactly what you thought it was going to be, what it should have been. It wasn't too long. It wasn't underscored.
It was a good nostalgia trip.
It was.
And I usually, my opinion,
you hate nostalgia. That's going to be one of sneaky.
It felt like an ending to the nostalgia, though. Like it was still. I don't know how to describe it. Like the storyline is nostalgic, but it's been continuous. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it never had an end. Like it has nostalgia because it went all the way back to the 90s. But like we could all have seen this happening. This just feels like the end of it. Like it's nostalgic, but
I get what you're saying, and I think and those of you who have known Mr. Guns as long as I have, he's not really good with words. He knows. So let me try to simplify it for the Chatterhead Nation, okay? Because you are Jake Thomas. Good to see you, buddy. What Tommy is saying is, yes, we got the nostalgia of the Hardys and Dudleys and the tables. But the match itself, and every time they've had a match like this, it's always fresh. It's always new. It's not the same bumps that you're anticipating.
Mm-hmm.
Words are hard. Yes, they are. So are numbers, but we're not. And speaking of little surprise Easter eggs.
Sorry, when I was in school, I was worried about being funny and getting laid, but
All right,
that's
baby,
why I'm a warehouse worker.
Yeah, that's why I work at the railroads. So I mean, again, so are we happy with the final match between the Dudleys and Hardys? Is it something that we can look back on and go, you want to know what? It wasn't for a cash grab. it was good enough to be what it was. Nothing that's going to taint their legacies.
Yeah, I agree with that because even though like it wasn't the best, man, it was good. It was really good. I'm not trying to say that, but it wasn't one of those like retirement matches where you're like, Jesus Christ, these guys can't go. They can't do anything. Like this was a good ending. Sorry, a good ending to all of it.
We're gonna get into Steiner math a little bit later. We got to work our way through there. We got some things we got to cover before that. Okay, now speaking of nostalgia matches and throwback matches, how do we feel about the magic that was in the match between Cena and Styles at Perth?
It's beautiful. I just kind of wish that was Cena's last match because AJ's going to retire the next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been good. Like, this is the end. This is another beginning to the end. That'd be cool if they kind of did that storyline every year for a while. Like
I get what you're saying. Like one career ends, and then it kind of. I get what you're overlapping.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how I was AJ Styles in the TNA gear was not on my 2025 bucket list.
No.
And he was grape smuggling. That man was smuggling some grapes.
Yes, he was. Like, it's weird though. It looked like if you see the comparison pictures, it looks like his grapes like dropped. Maybe that's from all the children.
But see, he went so far old school, he put his wedding ring around his neck again. That's like the throwback. That was awesome. A+, Jake Thompson. Absolutely, I would give him an A+ for that match.
That was a call to Bound of Glory that was happening that weekend too.
Yes,
obviously,
yes.
like
and that's kind of want to. I kind of want to talk about these two matches, and then we're gonna kind of compare them. Yes. If anybody knows me, they already knew. I got multiple messages. Asked me if I did not watch it. I was at work, but as soon as I heard Cena hit Sister Abigail, I tuned in, and I got teary eyed because everybody knows I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan. I got my death moth there. But it was great to see and I went back and watched the match. I've watched the match almost 3-4 times because if you go back and you watch it now, you can watch the facial features of Styles and Cena every time they do a throwback special, and they get the crowd's reaction. I thought it was great. Mr. Guns, which one? Let's hear your opinion on it. Let's get you talking about this one.
Again, it just seemed kind of like the thing with Cena and AJ Styles is a newer feud, but it has nostalgia value to it and all that kind of stuff. But I think I think the moves and stuff that they were hitting during and all that was kind of calls to their careers throughout that, like from the down to the costumes of Cena hitting the Sister Abigail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like callbacks to all that. It's almost like besides the Bound for Glory gear, it almost was like a callback to their whole WWE careers itself, with the moves and
would you say it was their way of giving the fans the matches they want to see with old feuds? Because let's face it, Cena's got 4 dates left and Styles has a year, okay? We don't know what his schedule is going to look like. He's a workhorse. He's looking at getting tag team gold with Dragon Lee. But do you agree with it that people are saying that every time they did a finisher of somebody else's was homage to them in that feud in that capacity?
Yeah, it was an homage to them for sure. Like, and that pretty much what I was trying to say with the nostalgia thing. Like, it was just callback after callback after callback, which makes me wonder what they're actually going to do for Cena's last match. We'll get into that, but
so we can take a vote. We can all agree that the style Cena's match was the I'm sorry for that fuckery that was Cena Lesnar match.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can agree with that. I could almost say for almost his whole retirement run, because let's be honest here, the matches he's had have been good, but they're not the best opponents.
Do we think that heel run for Cena kind of ruined his farewell?
It was so good to see, though. because we've all been clamoring for it.
But I felt like even though
The
he
way
did
they
do the heel turn,
executed it, it felt like very short. I don't. It felt
I
like
feel
they
like
should
it
have did
was.
it before this year of retirement.
I
Because
think
it
it was
feels like
very
they shoved too
lackluster.
much.
I thought it was lackluster.
Well, they
Just everything in
executed
general.
it so bad. With like.
And I don't think, and you saw in Cena's face, he didn't like doing it. So I
I
feel that kind of played into he doesn't want to do it. He's going to trudge through it. So it wasn't.
I feel like if they did it right, he would have loved it. Like just
Pull up Jake Thompson. I like how you looked at it. Yes, it ruined it for a small time, but it was needed to boost the retirement.
yeah.
I get it. I somehow get it because people are gonna maybe wait and see for the reverse heel turn and with the whole Cena and Cody thing. I get it. I liked it. Now
Well, I said, people wanted to see it for years. So what a better way? Like, there's also eyes on the product, but ways to get super eyes on the product, like people haven't watched for years, but no Cena. Like I don't know.
So out
It's
of
definitely a boost.
with these two matches, the word nostalgia has been thrown around, and I want to verify for people. I think that Mr. Guns can agree, and if he doesn't, I want him to comment. I think in wrestling there are two types of nostalgia: the correct way and the wrong way. The correct way is when you have a nostalgia moment, like you saw with Hardys and Dudleys. Yes, it was a match that you have seen 1,000 times, but you're still going to sit there because it's different in every aspect. And then you can have these matches of nostalgia. Prime example, we're going to throw back to WrestlePalooza with Brock and Cena. There was no build-up. There was no etiquette to the match. It was literally just a hum on a soup. You've seen it. But it was the same match over and over.
It's just like they wanted to show Cena really lose once in this retirement thing. And I just don't understand the full mood. Like, who wins out of that situation? Like, Brock looks dominant again. Okay, Cena loses. That kind of sucks. There's no win.
So there is two types of nostalgia. I will pay kudos to TNA, and I will pay kudos to WWE. The Cena, Styles, and Dudleys and Hardys absolute perfection in what's the word?
Nostalgia.
Thank you. I literally just said the word 6 times and I had a brain fart. But the question is, Tom, question is, which match was more entertaining with the nostalgia aspect?
Hardys and Dudleys.
Really?
Because Dudleys. Well, it was more entertaining with the nostalgia aspect because they're nostalgic stars. They're essentially retired. Well, not the Hardys. I don't know. The Hardys are complicated.
See, again, and then you have it to where Cena's retiring, Styles is retiring.
Yeah.
You know the Hardys are going to retire soon, but they got the titles. The Dudleys are retiring. So it's like, how do you define which one superiority to the other? Because, again, it was playing the same weekend.
It was the Dudleys and the Hardys were more gimmicky, just playing to the past of their careers. Like the Cena and Styles one did play to that, but it didn't really have the storyline of building into that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it just felt better because of the build up. The matches felt like equal to me in a sense. Well, the Cena and Styles match was better, but I don't know. I think that the Hardys and Dudleys did nostalgia just a little better. They both did it well, but just like the whole callbacks, like just to their careers.
So we're not gonna give any extra points to Cena's callback for Styles' intro. We're not gonna give any kudos for that.
That was that was pretty good. God damn it. That was just done on purpose. Like they weren't even supposed to outdo each other. Like,
and I think that's what that was. That was an awesome match of two guys that generally have great chemistry with each other. And that I don't know if that match was fully for them, but for the fans, it was. I think in a couple years, that match will be put in the Hall of Fame. Speaking of, there
that.
has been word of what match will go in the Hall of Fame this year.
What one's that one?
Taker, Mankind, Hell in a Cell.
I would like. We were talking about this last year, and I said that I was just like, that one's got to be the next one because
that is what I've heard. That is what I've heard. There is no confirmation on it. So
it's so weird. We're about on the road to WrestleMania again.
It's amazing. April's right around the corner.
Yeah. It's almost fucking Survivor Series, and then after that we're full force. Jesus Christ.
We gonna do round 2 in Montana?
Yep. And it's gonna be disgusting.
It's gonna be interesting. We gotta figure out what's going on with that.
Oh, we will.
Anyways,
good time.
Let's go on to I wanna talk about the whole and I hate to do this, but I know you're a fan. How do we feel about Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Valkyrie?
I like them both a lot. Like, what do you mean? I got the
feeling that they just buried Tiffany because Tiffany has been, and I hate to say this, she has been the workhorse of the women's division on SmackDown for a long time now. Yes, I gave Tiffany Stratton some sort of a good job.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah,
good job. And then
it's Tiffy time.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not going that far. Don't get greedy on me, Tommy.
I'm pretty happy though. What's that comment say?
I feel like that match was like they buried Tiffy. Like I get it. Stephanie Valkyrie is a hot new woman on the scene, but I feel like it should have gone to Tiffy. As I want to know what? Thank you so much. You're doing great doing this.
Wow.
But they didn't.
I think it's just because just the credit you're giving her right now.
Shut up.
But I don't disagree with that fully, but Tiffy's held the title for a while. She's made it look strong. And I just think the way that Valkyrie is just been getting over and like they kind of want to build the Raw's like women's division around her, like fresh new face. They were doing that with Tiffany, but isn't Lyra on SmackDown now?
Oh, Lyra's still on Raw with Bayley.
Well, they were trying to build it around Tiffy, and Tiffy did prove herself and did a good job. But you know, like again, you got Lyra and Valkyrie. They need another one on SmackDown and all this kind of stuff. It's just that it seems like Tiffany's stagnant. She is the workhorse. Valkyrie's got the rocket to her back, and they gotta incorporate that. That's how you make money. Yeah.
Time out. Jake Thompson, no, I am not sick. I am not drunk. I will never ever not give kudos where kudos is due. Do I still think Tiffany is a Trish Stratus from Timu?
Here we go.
Absolutely. But
I think she's proven herself like just as good as Trish Stratus and not a Timu ripoff anymore.
They have the same initials. They have basically the same move set, the same body type. I'm sorry.
You can't help the name. You know.
That's another. Yes, you can. You look at Rhea Ripley. They want to turn Rhea Ripley to the next Starlet. She goes, nah, this is mommy. I'm gonna do what I want. Have some ovaries between them lips and use them.
What if they like made her a China ripoff and called her Japan? It's Japan, the 10th wonder of the world. Okay, yeah. I mean, they can't have a name. But, you know, what else gets you hear TS, you're either going to think, like, in 10 years, Tiffany Stratton or Trish Stratus. Like, I could see Tiffany being on the same level as Trish in WWE, was it Fame, essentially?
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to look back at that and, like, you know, and we've seen that with other wrestlers. God, we've seen, like, so many rip-off names before. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, it's not even her.
But no, I just feel like they kind of buried Tiffany. Like it was kind of like, oh, you're our Woody, but now we have Buzz.
That's exactly how they played it. But
I don't mean to reference the Woody and Buzz because there's two beautiful women and those are also signs of sex toys. It's just funny how it works out that way.
why did you bring it that way? I didn't think about that sexually at all.
No.
My God. Like,
we all know what we thought. Listen, we're wrestling fans. We watch wrestling for the athleticism.
yeah, but to be fair, Valkyria is fucking insane.
Are we talking about her moveset or her glutes?
God. I will drink this whole goddamn thing right now, and I will become the rap star. What? Oh, it has Tylenol in it.
We're not going there.
I know.
So, speaking of the women's division, where was I going to go with this? How are we liking Bayley right now? Because I want to talk about Bayley. Because Bayley, I'm digging the psychotic Bayley.
It's got to grow on me a little more. It still feels like she's trying to feel out the character, and it feels a little floundery to me.
Oh.
You know, because I don't know. She reminds me of a Big Show. You know what I mean? Where she just kind of flips back and forth. Because is this psychotic thing going to lead into her being a heel? Like, because she's not essentially a heel yet.
I know what, Tom. I absolutely love that. I love that comparison. I love that analogy. And for those of you who don't understand the analogy, I'm going to break it down. Big Show has the most heel face turns in WWE history, and I really like how you put those two together, because Big Show is always a fan favorite. Bayley is always a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if this is going to turn her face or heel, because she's coming off what I would call like a neutral zone.
I felt like she was I feel like she was barely out of her heel into her baby face run kind of thing, and it was shorter. Like, the times in between her being heel and face is so short, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the last one was, it just kind of depends on where they're going to go with this character, because then we could compare the last run to this current one and be like, oh yeah, she's more of a face then, and like, I know, like I said, Big Show-esque. And I'm wondering if that's on purpose or just creative, not having much for her to do.
I mean, I don't know. She looked good Monday night, man. She was, oh my Lord.
She always looks good.
Oh, she does.
All women are beautiful.
Yes, all women are beautiful. Well, not all women. There's some ugly women out there.
All guys are hot.
No, we're not. I'm not. No.
Not even close here.
No. All right. So, where are we at? We're at the halfway marker almost. So what I'm going to do is, again, every Monday, Industry Tap House, Joliet, Illinois, coming out from 7.
I'm making you sick from here.
Thank you. That's pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, my shoulders
transcend the internet.
My shoulders look huge today. Just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Getting back in there.
Throwing it in.
No, but every Monday, Industry Tap House, Joliet, Illinois, come hang out with us and the Chatter Nation as we watch wrestling. And since it is football season, we double dip with football on the other TVs. We would like to shout out to Industry Tap House. Thank you very much for letting us call you our home base, our house for wrestling and football. Again, Industry Tap House right there in Joliet off of, that is Theodore and Essington.
I fucking don't live there anymore.
I don't know. I've lived here my whole life. Also, again, November 8th, Rocket Pro. They have their event. Do not miss it. It's going to be a great match. Great matches, great environment. Doors open at 4. Matches start at 5. 25 for front row, 20 for normal seating. The front row does go out fast. Let's go into who else do I got to thank? No, I got no one else to thank. No, except this guy.
Thankful for you and the fans.
This guy.
You're actually pointing the right way. Like, am I pointing?
But it's getting the angles. Like, I can point. Like, I got to get the angle right there. There's that guy right there. This guy, Mr. Tommy Guns, my co-host. We're coming at you live. Ain't no time, but live every Wednesday.
I was so upset I couldn't have got. I didn't make it this Monday. This last Monday. Damn it.
It's all right. It happens. We'll make it up.
Yeah, we will.
So let's talk about Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, because then this is going to go into one of the last things we talk about. Then we get into our prediction segment.
Ooh.
How do we feel about the Cody Rhodes Seth Rollins match? Give me a grade.
God, we've seen it so many goddamn times, and it's always so good, but I don't want to give it a high grade.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
because of that reason. But it's always good. It's never like, it's always like, oh, they're having another match, and then the match happens, and you're like, God damn, this is good. You know, like,
yeah.
But I'd give it a 3.5
out of what?
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to know what? I'm gonna give. I'll match that 3.5. I'll give it 3.5 stars. Because again, it is one of those matches where we've seen they're never ever going to be able to top the Hell in a Cell match with the pull and pack. That is going to be their cake topper.
They will try to their credit.
They do, and you want to know their craft and their credit. They try to, because they went out and gave that match that banger of a match when he was injured. I love it. Now, I thought Cody was going to win. I thought Rollins was going to lose.
I do. Personally,
you thought Seth was okay. Let's hear it.
We've seen Cody win the belt, the ring, whatever the fuck it is, every time, and like at those shows, at Crown Jewel shows. I think it was a just well deserved and needed switch up.
Okay.
Like I didn't like because it's been an undefeated streak with Cody with that, hasn't it? Been like the past 3 or 4 times. I think it's time for a switch up, and I think Seth needs his flowers. Like he's been doing so good and doing good with everything else, and like Cody's been kind of stagnant in a good way. You need that like summit, you need that plateau of a person and all that kind of stuff. And again, it kind of goes back to the Stephanie Valkyrie thing. Who are they strapping the rocket to right now? Like they don't. And then Cody like has nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Storyline wise and all this stuff, essentially we're losing to Rollins. So I'm okay with it. Like, I felt like
not the worst match.
Rollins no.
Now, did you notice when Rollins got hurt?
No, but I saw stuff on it the next day.
Rollins did the coast to coast, like the headbutt, and when he came down, his full shoulder blade went inward instead of outward.
And that's probably why they rushed the vision angle, which we'll get
into. We're not talking about that yet. We're segueing in.
I know.
But with this storyline done, and you want to know what? I love how Rollins won.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't by an interference. It was literally by a wonderfully solid, I call it the William Regal cheat move. You just cold clock him with something and it's done. And the fact that he did it with the watch that Cody gave Rollins, poetry. So good, so simple, and it was just so clean. It was a great, I don't think it diminished the match in any way.
Well, and that goes back to how they try to top the Hell in a Cell one. Like, and they never will, but like they still added that storyline with the watch, and we haven't seen that in a while and all that. Like you said, poetic like writing there.
And again, if down the line,
which there will be,
I wouldn't be opposed like 3-4 years down the line. Cross paths.
They're linked together. They're like Cena and
I like Orton. How you have that throwback organically to the you didn't really beat me. I like how they left it open, because as wrestling fans, we see that all the time. You catch these little windows that are left open for purpose reasons, and you go back to it later in storylines.
Weren't they supposed to have a draft?
That's after Mania.
I thought they were going to have one in August.
I don't know. They might. They could before the Rumble.
I thought
maybe
they were going to, and then it just wouldn't make sense now. Because I was going to say maybe like, and I hope
I think it's too far into the year, almost to the end of the year. To be fair,
yeah,
because we have Survivor Series.
Which I don't know where the fuck that's going after the whole Vision thing. Again, we'll get into it, but
however, I do know that the Elimination Chamber is in Chicago, and the Elimination Chamber is the pay-per-view before WrestleMania.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
I will be there.
How much did tickets cost, if you don't mind me asking?
We don't know yet. Our wise man, our oracle, our seer of all things Shadow Nation, Brad, is looking at stuff for that. We'll probably do the on location event, so it'll probably be a pretty penny. But I will let you know as soon as he finds out.
Are you bringing TLC signs?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like this is how we grow. This is how we're gonna grow.
Yeah,
I wanna get new mics. I want to start doing stuff, and that's all in the business aspect of it. And speaking of business aspects, do we think pulling the trigger on Braun Breaker right now is good for business?
No, but
wow, that was the longest pause I've ever seen out of you.
The reason why is I just feel like it's barely too early, but we know why it's happening. Seth's injured.
Do we though?
Seth's injured.
Okay.
They have to break up the Vision somehow, and like if Seth is like out for something like 6 months, let's say at the minimum, to even 3 months, how's that storyline going to carry? They're obviously going to add somebody else, someone new, and all that kind of stuff. But it just feels like because of circumstances, this is why they're breaking up. Because I thought the Vision was going to be the team that would see a Survivor Series.
Jamie Randolph has joined us for the last half of this wonderfully talkative episode. Jamie, it's good to see you, buddy.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought the Vision would be the team in Survivor Series, and that might have been Braun's breakout moment, or Royal Rumble. Like, he would eliminate Seth, or something along those lines.
About it, I kind of hope that the Survivor Series match isn't about the main stars this year, because I would really love to see the My Tribal family, or whatever the fuck that is, and the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
I think that would be fresh and new. And I think they kind of. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? You see Roman and the Usos falling apart. You see this falling apart now, and we know that Rollins is hurt, so it's gonna play out to that. But is it they're pushing him because they want him to start getting him ready for the Rumble because he may win it?
Yeah.
Or is this their way of seeing you've been with Rollins for 6 months? We have put all this stock in you guys. We need payouts now.
I think like the latter is what's going on, but now they got Royal Rumble up on the horizon, and they're going to now build him towards that. And I don't think, honestly, Breaker's going to win. I think he will have a big match at WrestleMania. I don't know who's going to win.
Him and Lesnar. I heard it was going to be him and Lesnar at Mania.
And I don't want to see Lesnar with the fucking belt. I'd just like to see the match. You know what
I mean?
That's what
it would be. That's what it would be. It wouldn't be for the title.
Yeah, no, we don't need that like right now. I think Breaker could be, but I think because of Seth's injury, they are ready. They're cashing their checks. Like you said, they're ready for that payout. The storyline's been running long enough. Like I said, I just feel like this could work out in his favor. This really could. Like, I don't want to say that this is like, because it's so early, it's not going to work out. It really could. It just, personally to me, it felt like kind of just, oh shit, we're already doing this.
But what happens to Bronson Reed then? Are you going to have them be like a new 2-man power trip kind of thing?
I think they're going to get another member in the Vision, another younger guy, and still kind of build towards that thing.
That would be a very interesting dynamic.
It would be a good thing to bring up all these new guys and everything like that, because I don't want to say the new guys are floundering too good, but like we've mostly seen them in mid-card matches, with the exception of some people rising up. But like Raw's been CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, like Seth Rollins, all those big main event guys. Like, we need to bring a couple fresh ones up so those guys can take breaks and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, but who would you want to bring up though? If you could pick one guy to bring up from NXT.
Maybe Ricky Saints.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wise man, the oracle, Mr. Brad. I don't know if you just. I don't think Obafemi would fit in that dynamic.
That's what I'm saying too, but I want to see him on the main roster.
Brad thinks Matt Cardona would join the Vision. That's a very interesting dynamic.
He's still on that whole, no, that is a good dynamic right there, but I feel like he's just happy with what he's doing, just bouncing around.
You want to know what? I'm going to rate, I like Matt Cardona, but I'm going to say his name, and he's going to appear. And
he needs something fresh, too.
I think that would be, again, I kind of want to see Joe Hendry join the Vision. But
the only problem with all these guys that we're naming, their contracts aren't up until the new year.
Okay, well, but see, that's the thing, though. I kind of feel. Ooh,
John Spears would be great. Yeah.
John Spears, man. And we said it was going to be hard, but the more you think about the heels and the possibilities going into the new year, it kind of
even got the faces. Like, who wouldn't want to join Paul Heyman? Huh. That's just like being handed the fucking glass slipper right there.
Yeah. The golden ticket. Yeah. Or does Brock Lesnar join him? I don't know.
I don't want to see that.
No.
God. I just don't want it. Like, it's not even that because I don't like Lesnar. It's like, I like seeing way less of him as an attraction. I want to see him at WrestleMania, maybe a Royal Rumble, maybe an Elimination Chamber. But, like, I just feel like he's a guy that doesn't need storyline, that can come in and out. Like, I don't want to see him with a belt. I don't want to see him with a huge feud or something like that. Like, it's just.
Tom, for your correction.
And he's not there every week.
What's that? Cardona is the free agent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He just shows up at TNA. He shows up at
what if we just throw something crazy?
King of the Indies.
Mm-hmm. What if Gunther comes back?
Oh, I got a plan for Gunther. I'll bring up later near the end. But
that'll be part of a prediction hour. But again, where does this go? If Seth Rollins is truly hurt, what is the title picture looking like? Because we know CM Punk's got a title shot. Are they going to finally put it on him and let him run with it? Or are they going to wait to give Punk his ultimate WrestleMania moment and win it in the main event of WrestleMania?
Damn, that's a good fucking thought, right?
It's a hard choice.
Who would they put it on though if it wasn't Punk and Rollins is gone?
You want to know what? I'd be okay with LA Knight. I'd be okay giving it back to Jimmy, to Jay. I think those three guys have been consistent. They're doing great.
They're consistent, but they don't have that allure like a CM Punk.
I think LA Knight does. Yes, Brad. We know. Brad thinks Gunther is going to be Cena's final.
Yeah,
match.
we'll get into that one. I have a whole thing with that. I love.
We have about 5 more minutes of present items, and then we're going to do the last 10 minutes of the podcast with predictions, which we will go to the comments. And again, every Wednesday night, jump on here with the Chatterhead Nation on Facebook and YouTube. Absolutely. So I can see him putting it on LA Knight. and having it like a love triangle with Punk, Jay, and Knight, and so Rollins is Jamie. Seth got hurt at Crown Jewel, so they pulled the plug on the Vision really quick. Right now, we're currently discussing who we could see carry that title because I don't think Braun Breaker is ready for that responsibility. But
no.
If you go
and he deserves more of a build-up.
Yes, I don't think he's
he
quite
needs
ready.
Like a Gunter kind of level build-up, you know.
But I could see LA Knight getting it. I don't think he needs or it will have a long and lustrous title reign.
Yeah,
I think he's
but I mean, all the way to
into
WrestleMania. That's a long ass title reign, right? I
could see it going between Punk and LA Knight for a couple pay-per-views, and then Jay can get involved, and then they can have a match, and then whoever wins the Royal Rumble will face the winner of the Elimination Chamber match at Mania. They did it last year. That's the smartest way to do it.
Yeah, but I don't want to see. Do you think Punk would go away if he loses his title shot for a while too, to kind of keep that fresh?
No, I think Punk
what is he gonna do?
You think Brad thinks Punk's gonna join the Vision? I guess that brings a whole new meaning to look in my eyes. What do you see?
That's not bad, but
you don't want it though.
It's not even that I don't want it; it just doesn't feel fitty. You know, like lack of a better word, it just doesn't. The trajectory would seem weird, but I don't hate it.
I mean, they have been talking about doing a new Shield.
Granted, we don't need to recycle the Shield, though. Just bring him back. Pay Dean a bunch of money. Come on.
Pay Dean a bunch of money.
I want him back.
I don't think. I know. Everybody does. Everybody wants Ambrose back, and I get it. He was great. He's sober. He's even better now. But
just give him money.
Yeah.
Money him now.
Yeah.
Buy out his AEW contract. Have a Shield reunion for fucking Survivor Series. Boom, money on the table.
That would be just a big payout. That would be a big payout.
They would pay for his contract just on ticket sales alone.
Yes.
Right.
All right. It's getting into the 10-minute mark. We're going to do something different. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to get Tommy's prediction, and then we're going to go to the comments about the predictions. Okay? Tommy, without looking anything up.
I'm not. I was closing the screen.
What do you think is going to be the plan when they have Gunther come back?
He's going to be Cena's final match. 110%.
You're going with that one.
They're keeping him still main and big, and they don't want to put a title on him right now. And I think to build to a future and make him a Brock Lesnar-esque character, because we have Cena-like guys right now. We have enough of those, but they need, Lesnar ain't going to be around in 20 years, and I mean, neither is Gunther, but still, they need somebody. They gave him Goldberg, for God's sakes, and
that's why I have such a hard time having Gunther be Cena's last opponent, because you saw all the issues and the backwards he said, she said drama with that match, with that retirement match. I'm a hopeful slut. I'm a hopeful slut. I'm hoping for something to happen with Edge. I think that would just be amazing.
I'm just playing in reality, but goddamn would I want to. It could still happen, though. If they do that trade-off like they were talking about.
I mean, they did it years ago with Christian and Flair.
Yeah, and I mean, AEW says that they're not trying to compete with WWE anymore. Lie. But, that's, the what they say. So why not work with them and get more eyes on your product and just make it a beneficial thing? I mean, people are going to tune into AEW the week afterwards just to see what Edge says about Cena on AEW. Yep.
Absolutely. That's what I'm for. Brad, again, stop giving us ideas. Punk joins the Vision and Seth and hold on, we got more. My okay, that's another possibility. That's pull up Brad's first one, and then pull up a second one. Our Oracle / Wise Man, seer of all seers, goes, here you go. Punk joins the Vision. Seth Roman reform the Shield. Man, damn it! And then he hits us with his spoiler. His spoiler is the final opponent for Cena, and after Gunther goes to SmackDown, so he wants Gunther and Cena. I don't like it.
But it makes
I
sense.
don't like it.
It's gotta be Gunther.
It's gotta be Gunther.
What are they gonna do? Penta? Penta would be sick, but
what I want. I want Cena at one point to wrestle. I want Cena at one point to wrestle Dominic Mysterio for the IC title.
You're goddamn right. I want that.
Cena will win the title, become the Grand Slam champion that he deserves to be, and then you will get the match that has never happened. Rey Mysterio versus Cena for the IC title. Then you will have Dom interfere, cost Cena the title, so then he can wrestle his daddy at a pay-per-view for the IC title, and that will be Rey's last match, so Dom would win the title off his daddy.
Yeah, but Cena's only got 4 more matches, and that's
yes,
like
I get it. I get it. But that's the greatest thing is you can have Cena come out. That's that.
Why don't they do it like that Raw, like when they fucked over Rey Mysterio? Like when they see like, well, Cena has an automatic rematch clause and all that kind of stuff. That same night, but have Mysterio like what I mean? Oh, remember that one where Mysterio? Yeah, like just do that. Make a storyline on that. It would be a perfect one night storyline for Cena, and then they can go on.
Brad's calling his shot. Brad's calling it like the babe. He's calling it his shot. He's saying that's going to happen at Survivor Series in San Diego, which is where they're from.
I want to see the match, but I just don't see it. And if they do have the match, personally, I want to see Dominic win, but with shenanigans, because they're just trying to make him like this unstoppable klutz right now. And I kind of like that, and like, I think it would just be funny. And I feel like Cena would want to pass the torch that way, in a sense,
Okay. Let's kind of throw it out. We have Sami Zayn doing the Open United States Challenge on SmackDown. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see?
For that, I want to see fucking Penta, but Penta's on Raw.
True.
It doesn't feel like that matters anymore, though. Who needs it? Who really needs it and doesn't even need the match? But Jimmy. Jimmy could be on that. Jimmy's not really set to any brand right now. Like, to get Jimmy out there, you know what I mean? With the Open Challenge and everything.
Yeah. Cody takes the title off of Dom.
And then fucking Gunther becomes...
I can see that. Okay. I'm okay with that. I can get down behind that. For the I would, it was cool to see Shinsuke come out. I would like to see, if you're gonna make an impact on SmackDown, Oba Femming.
Oh God, yes.
That would be a very interesting way to debut.
Mm-hmm.
So Brad asked me this, and we're kind of getting winded down.
Mm-hmm.
Tama Tonga just came back from injury, I think. That's the one that just came back from injury, right?
He's back to his old gimmick, too.
Do you think he's juicing? You pull up a picture of Tama Tonga now.
Oh, I know.
And Brad asked me what I thought.
While.
That's what I said, but he has gotten wider.
Remember when Triple H broke his ACL and he came back bigger and he totally
I said the same thing about Orton and Styles.
Yeah, they weren't on steroids, wink. Oh,
So
come on.
I
There,
don't
you
think
know, there's from what I've learned about steroids, there's a 6-week off point, and like they're not testing them those months that they're trying to get back. I'm just saying, like, why would they
you
test
mean
them? They're
6
not
weeks
wrestling,
on, 6 weeks off.
pretty
Cycle
much.
them.
Yeah,
I don't know how I know about
not that I know. Yeah,
I
who knows?
ah.
Our steroid users in the comment, please, weigh in on this.
I got to plead the fifth on that one, homie.
They're
Self-incriminating.
all juicing. I mean, not even in a negative. Well, yeah, I'm not even going to get into the politics of what I think about juicing. It's, whatever. The Rock does it, for fuck's sake. Openly, it does it. So,
He
like,
says he's
he
clean,
probably
man.
was.
That's a big lie.
He's on hormone replacement therapy, which is essentially a lot of testosterone. It's the same thing, just legal. I'm gonna
Trick
fucking
Williams
do it.
beat Sammy for the belt. No, that'd be a good one too.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Trick either, so that would be
No. That's a nice little venue option.
a little nooge.
Yeah. So it is getting to that hour point, Mr. Guns. You look like you're hurting.
Oh God, I actually had to take 2 days off of work, and I don't do that.
So, but for me, I will speak on behalf of all Cheddar Nation. We appreciate you getting through this. We appreciate your dedication. Couldn't do this without you. And on that note, Mr. Guns, let's get your acknowledgement.
Sign off. Well,
yeah, your sign off.
I would like to thank all of you for taking a few minutes out of your day to listen to us. I'm sorry that this episode I've been moot, but life. I want to tell you all to have a good day, a good month, a good year. Don't go out there yucking anybody else's yum, and don't get anybody else's yum sick, because my yum has been yucked by whatever I have. It's probably COVID again. And I just, I love you guys, and thanks for tuning in. And Ponyboy, you're one of my favorite people to do this with.
Wouldn't have anybody else better, brother.
Yeah.
So again, even though I am the predictions champion,
we gotta get you a belt.
We get one. I ain't worried about it. Like Tommy said, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. We do this for fun. We do this on Wednesday, so it's the middle of your week, and you can come watch us make jackasses out of ourselves watching about the ultimate men's soap opera. It's nothing better than two grown men, and it makes it worse that I'm doing this out of my basement. It's not even my basement.
Yeah, no.
But we do this. We enjoy you guys. I did. Yeah,
we live in wrestling.
We do.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep bringing you wrestling. We're gonna keep chattering on. We're gonna keep this thing going. This is not only much as much ours, but it's for you guys. Pretty soon we will start having guests on. We have come to that time where me and Tommy think we know what we're doing enough to actually have a new guest every week. We have a couple ideas. It's going to be fun. I still have stickers available, decals, and again, it is getting to be that time of year. Take care of your health. It's going to start getting cold and hot.
Yeah.
And just take care of yourselves. And again,
no kissing your friends.
No kissing your friends. No kissing your cousins.
I don't care if like your favorite champion wins. You can't celebrate by kissing right now. I
mean, I can. I only kiss one person.
Well, god damn it. Georgia, Alabama's gonna probably win this weekend, so I'll be kissing all sorts of people.
But again, from Mr. Guns and your predictions champion, the one, the only, the golden Ponyboy. Thank you for joining us tonight on Tables, Ladders, and Chatter. Stay tuned. We're going to post some new stuff. We're going to start posting a lot more, and we're going to make this a little bit more interactive for you guys. And on that note, Mr. Guns, hit my music.
That takes a minute. Wieners.
God damn.